Tokyo is a city that feels like stepping into a futuristic dream while still holding on to centuries of tradition. But as fascinating as this booming city is, it's also a place with its own set of cultural norms and rules. Want to avoid awkward moments and make the most of your visit? Then knowing what not to do is just as important as knowing what to do. Tokyo isn't just another big city. It's a finely tuned masterpiece where every detail matters, from spotless streets to unspoken etiquette. Some of these rules may surprise you, like the fact that smoking on the streets is a big no-no, or that tipping can actually offend someone. But don't worry, this guide will help you navigate these fascinating cultural differences so you can explore Tokyo with confidence and respect. Number 1. Smoking on the street, a serious no-no. Tokyo takes public cleanliness and health very seriously. And one of the most surprising rules for visitors is the strict prohibition of smoking on the streets. This isn't just a suggestion, it's the law in many areas, especially in busy districts like Shinjuku, Shibuya, and Ginza. Walking down the street with a lit cigarette isn't just considered rude. It can land you a hefty fine if you're caught. And let's be honest, no one wants their Tokyo vacation interrupted by a run-in with the law. But why is this rule in place? It's all about maintaining the city's clean environment and respecting public health. A careless puff of smoke can be a cause for concern for others, especially in a city as densely populated as Tokyo. Imagine walking through a crowd and being forced to inhale secondhand smoke. Tokyo works hard to avoid such unpleasant experiences for its residents and visitors. Another reason is the cleanliness factor. Cigarette butts discarded on the streets create unsightly litter, and Tokyo prides itself on its remarkably clean urban environment. This is why you'll find designated smoking areas dotted around the city. These aren't dirty little corners. They're thoughtfully placed zones, often equipped with ashtrays, benches, and signs. They are easy to spot near train stations or inside office buildings. Smokers are even encouraged to carry portable ashtrays for emergencies, a clear sign of how seriously this rule is taken. As a visitor, following this rule isn't just about avoiding fines. It's about showing respect for the local culture and contributing to the city's commitment to cleanliness and harmony. Tokyo's smoking regulations are an excellent example of how a collective effort can create a healthier and more enjoyable environment for everyone. Number 2. Public displays of affection. Keep it subtle. If you're used to wandering around a park, holding hands with your partner, or sharing a kiss in the middle of the street, Tokyo might feel a little different. Public displays of affection, PDA, in Japan are rare, and anything more than a brief hug or hand-holding can turn heads, and not in a good way. Japanese culture highly values personal space and public harmony, and open displays of intimacy can make people around you feel awkward or uncomfortable. Imagine you're on a crowded train, and someone is making out right next to you. It's uncomfortable, right? That's why you won't see locals engaged in passionate embraces or long kisses in public spaces. This isn't about being cold or unromantic. It's about showing respect for the shared space. In Japan, subtlety is the key. A quick hand squeeze or a smile can communicate love just as well as a kiss. Save your deeper moments of intimacy for private settings, like your hotel room or a secluded park. This doesn't mean you can't express your affection. It just means you need to be more mindful of the cultural norms around you. Interestingly, this caution when out in public isn't limited to couples. You'll also notice that friends or family members don't express physical affection in public as much as in Western cultures. It's all part of maintaining a sense of modesty and not drawing unnecessary attention. Number 3. Handling trash. Tokyo's unwritten rule of cleanliness. When you walk around Tokyo, one thing that will stand out is how incredibly clean the city is. Streets sparkle, parks are spotless, and even crowded areas like Shibuya Crossing are remarkably tidy. But here's the surprising part. You'll rarely find public trash cans. How does Tokyo manage to stay so spotless? The answer lies in an established sense of personal responsibility and order that's part of Japanese culture. Every resident and visitor is expected to carry their trash until they find a proper disposal spot, which could be at home, a vending machine area, or a convenience store. Littering is almost unheard of and deeply frowned upon. This custom isn't just a strange custom, it's rooted in practical reasons. Public trash cans were removed after past security incidents, and today, they're only found in specific places. Moreover, Tokyoites believe in taking responsibility for their waste, which leads to a cleaner, more pleasant environment for everyone. Recycling is also taken very seriously. You'll often notice separate bins for plastics, cans, and burnable items, and failing to sort your trash properly could invite disapproval. For visitors, this means a little extra planning. Always carry a small, reusable bag for your trash. Whether it's a snack wrapper, an empty water bottle, or a receipt, don't assume you'll find a trash bin nearby. Dropping even the smallest piece of litter is not only illegal in many areas, but also socially unacceptable. Number 4. Disrespecting shrine or temple customs. A lesson of respect. Tokyo's shrines and temples are stunning architectural marvels and deeply sacred spaces. For many locals, these places are not just historical landmarks, but spiritual sanctuaries where they come to pray, reflect, or celebrate festivals. As a visitor, it's important to remember that these sites are not just tourist attractions. They're alive with cultural and religious traditions that demand respect. One of the first things you'll notice at most shrines is a purification fountain near the entrance. This is your cue to perform a cleansing ritual. Use the provided ladle to rinse your hands and mouth, symbolically washing away impurities before entering. Skipping this step can come across as careless or disrespectful. As you proceed, you'll often encounter an offering box. Tossing a few coins in and bowing in prayer is a common way to show respect. Temples and shrines often have designated areas where photography is forbidden. Ignoring these rules or being noisy can disrupt the serenity that worshippers seek. Some temples also require you to remove your shoes before entering, which is a sign of humility and cleanliness. It's a good idea to wear shoes that are easy to slip on and off. Dressing modestly is another unwritten rule, especially if you visit during festivals or ceremonies. Avoid loud patterns or revealing clothing, as they can be seen as disrespectful in sacred settings. Number 5. Tipping. A gesture that can backfire. In many countries, tipping is second nature, a way to show gratitude for good service. But in Tokyo, it's an entirely different story. The concept of tipping doesn't exist in Japan, and attempting to tip can lead to confusion, embarrassment, or even offense. Excellent service is a given, not something that needs extra reward. Staff members take immense pride in their work, whether they're serving you in a fine dining restaurant or helping you find your way at a train station. If you try to leave a tip, you might be met with polite but firm refusal. Some staff might even chase you down to return your money, as they see providing good service as part of their duty, not something that requires additional compensation. This cultural norm highlights the Japanese emphasis on dignity, mutual respect, and professionalism. So, how do you show your appreciation? A heartfelt arigato gozaimasu, thank you very much, is more than enough. Add a bow or a warm smile, and you'll leave a lasting positive impression. At some high-end establishments, you might notice a service charge already included in your bill, which is their way of ensuring staff are compensated fairly without tipping. Understanding this custom not only prevents awkward encounters, but also gives you a glimpse into Japanese values. It's about acknowledging and respecting their way of doing things. Visiting Tokyo isn't just about seeing incredible sights. It's about experiencing a way of life that's thoughtful, respectful, and deeply rooted in tradition. By following these simple guidelines, you'll not only avoid standing out for the wrong reasons, but also gain a deeper appreciation for the values that make Tokyo so special. From respecting sacred shrines to embracing the city's cleanliness culture, each of these lessons can leave a lasting impression on how you view the world. In fact, you might even find yourself adopting some of these habits back home, like carrying your own traps. Tokyo teaches us that small actions can make a big difference in creating harmony and respect.